Fellas, you know what I love most about December?
Christmas?
Nah, it's this time of year where we get tables, ladders, and chairs. The greatest pay-per-view ever, with people getting thrown through tables, people climbing up ladders and falling down, people getting hit with chairs. All this great stuff. I love me tables, ladders, and chairs matches. I love me ladder matches. I love anything involving people hitting each other with things. So, it's no surprise, December is tables, ladders, and freaking chairs. And stairs, wait. And stairs. What who put this here? Who decided it was a good idea to make tables, ladders, chairs, ... and stairs?
Zack Ryder.
John Laurinaitis.
Triple H.
CM Punk. Welcome to the Haymakers, folks. I am your host, ToonKriticY2K, your cult of personality, and who do we have here today?
Yeah, Nikki B.
Yeah, DJ Calcos.
You fuckers aren't excited for this?
Oh my god! My name is DJ Calcos! This is an incredibly mundane fact, but I'm going to shout it to the fucking hills because Zach told me to!
Are you John Cena? That was either John Cena or Ultimate Warrior. I can't tell which. Although
What
most
you
of the stuff
gonna
you
do,
said made
brother?
some semblance of sense, so I'm going to go with Cena.
You're predicting Cena to win the entire pay-per-view?
Cena wins everything, lol.
Cena wins, lol.
Yeah, this is Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. These are our predictions. You know how these goes. You know us. So why don't we just dive right into this shit? So, first match is on the pre-show with The New Day, Big E and Kofi Kingston, with Xavier Woods versus Gold and Stardust.
This one seems kind of easy. I think it's going to be New Day because, they are brand new, and having them lose immediately would just kind of put a stop to any momentum that they would have going, especially if they want the New Day to be legitimate tag team title contenders. So New Day is going to win this one.
Well, at the same time, the New Day has been in multiple matches beforehand, and they've won most of them. So, I mean, they're looking pretty strong now, so it is up in the air, but I'm going to have to agree with you. Golden Stardust, I think their goal right now, especially since Goldust is wrestling on borrowed time right now, my opinion is shared by yours. I really think it's going to be the New Day.
Is he injured or just too old?
He's living on borrowed time because right now he's wrestling better than he's ever wrestled, but the guy's also 46 years old.
I can see that. Yeah, I'm going to go with the New Day as well. I mean, why would you waste all this time building it up only to have it flop? Fandango. Sorry.
Oh, boy.
Something might... No, wait, that's not... Adam Rose. God,
there it is.
Really bad in my throat today.
Yeah,
wait, did you seriously just choke out Ambrose?
No, Adam Rose.
Oh, because
You
I
really
was gonna
think
say.
I would say Ambrose?
I know.
Man, you're coughing a lot. You might need to go see a doctor.
Yeah, I know. It's just, it's not working out as well as I thought.
Yeah.
Tyson Kidd.
Oh,
wait,
Cesaro.
hold on.
damn it, now I've caught it.
I think David Otunga.
Who even remembers David Otunga? He's not doing shit now.
I remember
What is
David
he doing?
Otunga. I remember.
I don't even know if he's still with the company.
No, he's there, but he's in a Zack Ryder place right now where he hasn't been seen or heard of for a very long. Remember when Zack Ryder used to get the biggest pops of the WWE's history?
Yep.
He will again someday.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Siri.
Do they remember? It was
Maybe.
kind of a while ago.
Anyway, Zach, what is your prediction?
Yeah, like I said, New Day. I think if they built this group up, they might as well make it worth it. Unfortunately, at the expense of Golden Stardust. So yeah, these two and the other two tag teams, I guess, are really that and the few other tag teams. But this is pretty much the collective tag team division.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway. All right, now we're actually getting into the official matches. Up first is Nikki Bella defending her Divas Championship again in stage.
Getting tired of this shit, Zach?
Huh? What? Sorry. Just the title of the match is putting me to sleep. I'm sorry.
Ah, man, I am glad that they're at least starting to bring up some more divas from NXT. Like Charlotte looked pretty good.
Yeah, that was great seeing Charlotte come out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then she got in a slap fight and lost. Who booked that shit?
Obviously not the people in NXT.
Obviously not Triple H, because Triple H, considering he runs this shit, would have been like, Charlotte wins in a goddamn landslide.
I guess they had to make Natalya look good or whatever. But anyway, yeah, Nikki Bella, AJ, I have a feeling that after what CM Punk's been up to lately, they'll probably try to push it out onto AJ. So, yeah, I'm just going to say Nikki, and that's all I really got to say.
Nikki wins with some debauchery. By the way, I'm kind of like confuzzled as to why. Did they ever actually give a reason as to why Brie is aligned with Nikki now?
No.
Nope.
Okay. Like, so we're just expected to ignore 4 months of at least trying to convince us that they hate each other more than anybody could possibly hate each other?
They
pulled out
listened to the crowd. The crowd kept chanting boring. They booed. They hated it. They listened, so they stopped the feud and put them together again. Didn't mean they'd have to do it smartly, but they knew they had to do it, so they did.
And is the crowd still chanting boring?
Yep.
Oh, well,
I don't think they're
Interesting.
chanting anything, actually. I think they're pretty silent when it comes to the Bella Twins.
Yeah, they could leave anytime.
Yeah. All right. Next match is Rusev defending the United States Championship against Jack Swagger. Hey, wait a minute. We've already done this. Why are we doing this again?
Because they don't want Rusev to drop the title yet, but he's fought everyone. He has fought everyone that isn't a big main eventer and is expected to win against Rusev. People like Cena, Orton, Lesnar, etc., etc. And
Here's a
they
thought.
don't,
Why hasn't he fought Jericho?
because Jericho runs house shows. Like, he only does house shows now.
Yeah, but he's going to be coming back. Like, I think next Monday is like Raw is Jericho. So
Yeah.
I don't want
I don't
Jericho
know.
to
I don't
go-
want to see Jericho against Rusev because then we all know that Jericho's just going to lose.
Yeah, not to
yeah,
mention...
but it's at least it's not the same guy that we saw from 4 months ago.
But yeah, it's like Super Rusev is just going to walk over everybody up until Cena, and then Cena beats him or some shit. It's just... Here's my big problem with this whole Rusev against Swagger thing. They fucked up on this. They should have given the United States a championship to Rusev as soon as possible. Then he starts doing all the feuds with the championship to make the United States Championship look legit. But no, they decided to give it to him now, having him basically squash Sheamus and ruining a lot of his, push or whatever push he was having. And now they're just rehashing and hitting the reboot button. So what, are we going to get Big E and then Big Show and then all this other shit all over again? Just have it. Just have him hold it till WrestleMania, and then bam, kill him, and then he goes down to being a jobber like Tensai, and then we never see or hear from him again.
That's the thing. Rusev's the kind of character that I think once he loses the United States Championship, if he goes face, he could become really, really big. But honestly, Zach, I hate to be pessimistic like this, but I honestly think that he's going to go the way of Ryback, and he's going to go the way of Vladimir Kozlov, and all of these other wrestlers that were in the same position. If Rusev loses to a jobber, though, in a fashion very similar to the 1-2-3 Kid versus Razor Ramon, that would be awesome, because Razor Ramon lost no momentum after he lost to Sean Waltman. Rusev could go the same way if they do the same thing. Not to mention, not that many people watching even remember that, because that was 20 years ago. I mean, it was one of the best moments on Raw, but people don't remember that shit, because it was before the Attitude Era and it was on Raw. So, doing it the same fashion could reignite. This is one of those things that they could reuse, because people don't remember it. So if Rusev acts all dominant against a jobber at WrestleMania, then a jobber does a move and gets the pin, how crazy would that be?
Didn't we bring up this exact idea in our last podcast, and we were using Heath Slater as the jobber?
Yeah, that's right. We were.
Yeah, except that's not going to happen now, but I'm just going to leave that on the table, and we're going to ignore it.
Oh.
Right. So yeah,
It's,
my pick
it's-
is Rusev.
My pick is
Yeah.
Rusev as well.
Rusev.
Also,
Okay.
the pick for my previous match, because neither of you fucks asked me, is Nikki Bella. Anyway, moving on.
We just stopped caring.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Anyway, moving on. Next match on the card is the first match that I am legit interested in. Is the reason why I'm interested in it is because it has Luke Harper versus Dolph Ziggler, number one. Number two, it's a ladder match. And this is a pay-per-view
Yay!
called Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. So we get a ladder match. And let's face it, even bad ladder matches are good. So you cannot fuck up a ladder match. So
Put Ziggler in a ladder match, you know you're doing good. So
I'm very much looking forward to this, but at the same time, I'm also very confused as to why this is happening, because if Dolph Ziggler's going after Luke Harper for the Intercontinental Championship, which is something they didn't really spend a lot of time building, well, why did they have him drop it to Luke in the first place?
thank you. I've been saying this for ages. He didn't need the belt.
I thought the only reason they did that was to make Dolph Ziggler look weak, so that way his victory at Survivor Series would look all the more amazing. But now that Dolph Ziggler's likely gonna get the Intercontinental Championship back, because they're pushing Ziggler to the fucking moon right now, I don't know if it was just a mistake in
Shock
creative.
value. It was shock value.
Shock value. Okay, fair enough. It was shock value. But yeah, regardless of just how terrible decision that was as far as kayfabe goes, I am looking forward to this match. You have Luke Harper, who's a very large guy, hits like a brick, and then you have Dolph Ziggler, who is a living ragdoll physics from a video game. So I'm going to have to go with Dolph Ziggler on this one, give him the Intercontinental Championship, and then give him a very intense feud so that way the IC title actually fucking matters again!
I want Ziggler to win here, so that's my pick. I want him to hold the belt till WrestleMania, and I want him to defend the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania in a kick-ass match, and then he loses it somewhere else. But it's just, I want him to get the belt back, and I want him to have a WrestleMania moment with it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's not forget, we're all harping on, oh, Dolph Ziggler's the greatest thing to happen to wrestling since fucking kayfabe. But Luke Harper is a lot better in the ring than people think. Like, you mentioned it earlier, how he's like a brick wall and all that stuff. He's surprisingly nimble for a guy that big.
He is. Out of him and Rowan, I would say Harper has the better speed and power skills.
Yeah, like he's kind of he's one of those guys that I think that the WWE is going to be using a lot in the future.
Yeah.
So because of that, I'm actually going to say Luke Harper wins this. A, because, you know, the remnants of the Authority is still in his back pocket, so he's got that going. But also, I think that they're going to do with Harper what you guys just said is going to happen with Ziggler. I think that they're going to build up Harper and give him some kind of big moment to kind of legitimize him, because he's still kind of got the Wyatt family stink to him. So if they give him a strong singles push, then it'll go a long way to make him feel more like a more complete singles wrestler.
I can see that. I think they'll probably do something with Harper and Rowan for the championship somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
But I just want Ziggler to win, so.
Yeah, I agree. I just want Ziggler to win. As much as you might be right. You also make sense because Dolph Ziggler is online to become a main eventer, not a mid-carder. That's Luke Harper's role.
Yeah,
Harper isn't going anywhere near the main event. Ziggler is on the up and up, so.
Yeah, exactly. That way he can have his WrestleMania moment, but against somebody like, I don't know, Orton or Cena or somebody like that, that he can have his WrestleMania moment against somebody at the main event level, not somebody at the mid-card level.
You know what?
Yeah.
You have a very good point. I'm gonna switch my prediction to Luke Harper then. I think you make sense. You make a lot of sense in that regard, and I do think that Luke's gonna win and Ziggler's gonna go somewhere else. I think they just needed an opponent for Luke Harper at this point. For the Intercontinental.
Yeah, that and the fact
I don't want you to be right, but that my gut is telling me that, you know, he just got the belt. They're gonna try to run with it. They wouldn't try to kill the push now, so fine. I'll change my prediction to Harper too.
Man, I am charismatic today.
Shut your face. Okay, next up on the card
Is Eric Rowan versus The Big Show in the very first steel stairs match.
Gotta climb them stairs to get the brass ring.
Fucker stole my joke.
I stole your joke.
Okay, first off, what the fuck is a steel stairs match?
It's a steel stairs match.
Thank you for that.
That
wonderful
isn't helping,
description.
you know.
Yeah, well, the WWE isn't helping either. So
Is it gonna be like
that's-
stairs all over the ring, or no? What I was saying before is it just like you have to like start from the first floor of the WWE headquarters, and you got to run all the way up to the rooftop and capture the flag, and whoever wins, I guess.
that would be so cool.
And Big Show would cheat by using the elevator.
That would also be so cool. Like, that's the thing about this match. The steel stairs
That's like
match.
some WCW shit right there.
Yeah, the steel stairs match is
Good
either
WCW.
going to be absolutely amazing if there are elements that we're not aware of, or it's either going to be confusing and never done again. I think this whole match is just an experimentation to see how it works. Which, honestly, I'm okay with that. The WWE needs to take more risks, and I think this is a risk that, assuming there's more to this than we know, could be great, but it also could be bad. That's the definition of a risk. Regardless, I'm gonna have to go with Rowan on this one.
As do I. I think what they're doing here with Rowan, they're going to try to give him a pretty good singles push as well. And Big Show, he doesn't really have anything to gain from this. Rowan, however, does, because this will push him a little further up. And a win against the Big Show, a clean win probably, will put him over pretty good, I think.
Yeah, since they've taken the time to develop his character and give him like kind of a multi-dimensional personality with the whole he's a genius, but he doesn't really talk about it a lot thing. Like, I think that they're trying to go somewhere with Eric Rowan, so because of that,
If Luke Harper is the better wrestler, Eric Rowan is the better character.
right?
Yeah.
I
definitely.
fucking love Eric Rowan. He's the greatest thing to happen to the WWE in a while. I've fallen in love with reverse Sheamus.
Man,
Also, thank you, WWE, for using our joke.
Yeah. Well,
where's
get
our
me upside down, Sheamus. Damn it. A day later, Big Show. Oh, look, it's upside down, Sheamus. Thank you.
I feel like we should have been given credit for that one.
We should have then.
Where's our check?
Hey, I was about to say, Nick, where's the meme? Give me the meme. Give it to me.
Oh, believe me, I am on it. I've noticed that pretty much all of the Haymakers are just in love with Eric Rowan. I mean, you remember Jesse's video about Survivor Series about how he was just marking the hell out over him?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Miss you, Jesse. Come back on sometime.
Yeah, we need you. We need you back, Jesse. It'd be fun.
Yeah. I'm hoping
right.
Eric Rowan versus Luke Harper at WrestleMania. I want it.
Oh.
I want it
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Really? For the Intercontinental Championship?
That would
Yeah.
be great, I think.
Or better yet, Luke Harper versus Eric Rowan versus Bray Wyatt.
Maybe, but Bray Wyatt doesn't really have a role at this
Mhm.
point between Rowan and Harper. Bray is not involved with Rowan and Harper at all, as much as people like to think.
We'll get to Wyatt in a little bit. Anyway, next match. It's Miz and Damien Mizdow defending their tag team championships against the Usos. Now, before we get to anything, why isn't this the ladder match? When is the last time we had a good tag team ladder match?
Since
This
people that
would
have
be
been
perfect.
wanting to throw their bodies at the ring left, people don't want to do that now.
The Usos would be perfect for this, though.
I know they're the best tag team high flyers. Like, people give the Usos so much shit for being samey, but come on, if you have a splash that looks that good, you're gonna use it a lot. And their splash is one of the best in the business.
Imagine a splash like that off the top of a ladder. That would be fucking awesome.
Oh, but I so agree with you. This should be another ladders match. It's tables, ladders, and chairs, not tables, ladders, maybe chairs, I don't know.
No, we have a chairs match, don't worry.
I know that, but this really should be a ladders match. I agree with you 100%.
And I think Ziggler and Luke Harper's match should just be a singles match because what they didn't build it up as a ladder match. They just said, "Oh fuck it, ladders match." Just because.
I don't know about that. Dolph Ziggler has been pulling ladders out from under the ring for a while now, so I guess they've kind of been building it up that way.
Yeah. So yeah, Mizdow and Miz versus the Usos. I'm gonna go with Miz and Damien Mizdow because they're still riding high, and the only way they're gonna end up losing the belts is if Mizdow does something. So,
They're not dropping those belts for a very long time. Keeping the belts on the Miz and Damien Mizdow is the best way to build up the tag team championship because Mizdow and by extension the Miz are more over than they've ever been. So dropping the tag teams would be just the dumbest fucking thing they could ever do. And the WWE is pretty dumb, but they're not that dumb. So I'm going with the Mizdow brothers.
Yeah, and Mizdow brothers?
I don't know. Oh, you know what's funny? I think Miz is more over now than when he was main eventing with Cena and Rock.
Yeah, that's the best part.
That is so amazing. Like, he's more over now than like when he was fucking main eventing WrestleMania.
It's impressive how they've pulled that off. Like, I didn't think it was possible to put Miz over.
Do you guys know what I just realized?
What's that?
Mizdow is basically an Octodad version of the Miz.
Octodad?
You know,
Are you talking
Octodad, he's the normal human.
This
normal everyday father.
Okay.
And no one can, and the difference between Mizdow and Miz is apparent, but everybody acts as though Mizdow is an actual clone of the Miz. So he's Octodad. He is the WWE's Octodad.
I love it. But also, props to the WWE for finally making the Usos somewhat interesting by making this rivalry a little more real by throwing in Jey Uso's. It's Jey that's married to Naomi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, by adding that little element into this. I've been trying to figure out how they could make the Usos a little more interesting because they aren't. But
They're giving them like characters to work with and stuff, and that's something that they didn't do when they had their initial title reign. So
yeah, good job, WWE. You're learning.
You're a little bit late on that, but
yeah.
Well,
you get a silver star for that one, not a gold star.
Yeah.
You get a pat on the back and a beer.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Mizdow.
Mizdow, 100%.
Okay, good. We're all in agreement on that. All right, next match. I'm gonna save even though they're going in order here, I'm gonna save this one for last. So, all right. Next match is a chairs match between Ryback and Kane. Okay.
I've never understood the reasoning for these kind of single weapon matches, like the chairs match or the stairs match. Is that the only weapon that's legal? Is it just a hardcore match with a fancy name and an emphasis on a certain weapon? Like,
I'm surprised this wasn't an ambulance match because
yeah, that would be cool.
Cena kicked both their asses in an ambulance match, so they're just like, hey, he beat my ass in an ambulance match. He beat your ass in an ambulance match. Let's have an ambulance match.
It's the runoff. That's what it is.
Pretty much. I'm gonna go with Ryback on this because if Kane wins this, what's the fucking point? Yeah, so we're all pretty much go with Ryback.
Yeah, Ryback wins because Kane has been hitting Ryback with a chair pretty much at every given opportunity. So I wouldn't be shocked if at TLC, Ryback finally gets his hand on a chair and starts going to town on him.
And maybe puts him out of action for a while.
Yeah, he could go for a hiatus.
Hey, maybe Ryback can kick Kane so hard that it'll break his ribs, and then Kane will just leave.
Ooh, yeah. Have we agreed on every one of these so far?
Seemingly, I mean, I'm
Just
for Ryback
about.
right now. I'm fine for Ryback.
Yeah.
But then again, this whole card is really weird. So
yeah, the only one we disagreed on at any point was Harper Ziggler, and I kind of got you both on my side on that one. So
next match, Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt in a tables, ladders, and fucking chairs match. We all pretty much called that this was going to happen.
Calcos was the one that officially called it, so he gets credit.
yeah, this match is going to be so good because both Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose are wrestlers. Okay, you have Bray Wyatt who plays his character well enough to Huh?
They're wrestlers, you don't say.
Yeah, these are wrestlers. Okay, Bray Wyatt is the kind of wrestler that plays his character so well that you have to imagine that there's quite a bit of him inside the character. and he doesn't give a fuck. So he's going to do some crazy spots here and take a lot of pain. Then you have Dean Ambrose, who comes from CZW. And for those of you who don't know what CZW is the ECW of today. So we all know that he doesn't give a fuck. This match is, I really, really hope that this does not disappoint, because it's going to take a lot for me to be disappointed with this match, because Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt are two of my favorites. It's going to be hard for me to pick. I still have to decide. So you two, while I sit here and kind of mark out to myself, you two share your thoughts.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see this. I love me tables, ladders, and chairs matches, if I haven't made that clear, because I love the absolute carnage that it could go with. And these two aren't really high flyers, save for Ambrose. And I think this is going to be a really great beat the shit out of each other brawl. And there's great chances for creativity, too, with the different ways they use the stuff. Now, I know this isn't for a title or anything. That doesn't really matter. I mean, they can still just destroy each other. So
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that.
especially since they kind of have their both style, or their both individual style of crazy. Like, Ambrose will pretty much do anything. He will set up a giant ladder in front of a table that Bray is sprawled out on, with a chair on top of him, while holding a chair, jumping off onto him, and like, he'll just go nuts. And Bray is basically a contortionist, so
Yeah.
he will be able to do all kinds of weird shit. So I gotta say Ambrose, because like, I know that they're kind of burying Wyatt, but
Unfortunately.
well, yeah, but he'll get his chance to come back up. Ambrose is rocketing towards a main event title match at some point. He's going to be there. Wyatt, I think, is still a little while away, and I think he honestly does better not worrying about a title, because, he's just his own kind of guy. That if he doesn't have a title, that's all right. If Ambrose has a title, that's a little bit more interesting, I guess.
We've all agreed that this is kind of like a filler feud for Ambrose in a sense, and a filler feud, and also for Wyatt, till they figure out what to do on the road to WrestleMania. I think this may or may not be their last time. If I think maybe somebody might win here. I'm really split on this. I don't know who to choose. I mean, Ambrose has a lot of great potential to move upwards and onwards from here, but at the cost of Bray Wyatt, if he loses again, he is going to look weaker and weaker and weaker, until the point is where not a lot of people are going to take him seriously.
To be fair, he did technically win at Survivor Series.
Technically, yeah, he did. But I really, really, really want to say Wyatt, but I'm leaning more towards Ambrose.
I'm saying Wyatt, because Dean Ambrose does not need a loss to hurt his momentum. Dean Ambrose just has to be Dean Ambrose. Bray Wyatt has to win.
What's the last main match that Bray Wyatt has won?
Bray Wyatt won. Well, he technically won Survivor Series as a result of DQ. He was not at Hell in a Cell.
He
was
SummerSlam, right?
He was at Hell in a Cell, but he took out Ambrose there.
Yeah, but I mean, he wasn't in a match, but he won SummerSlam against Jericho in a very good match, by the way. And after that, he got buried by Cena. But now, of course, we have context and we know why Cena buried Wyatt. He buried Wyatt so that way Rowan and Harper could split off from him and become mid-carders while Wyatt gets pushed to the main event. So now that burial makes sense. Because of that, I'm saying Wyatt. Wyatt needs the win. Ambrose does not.
Yeah, that's true. Ambrose could kind of come back from a loss.
My pick is Wyatt then.
Wyatt wins. Wyatt wins, but Ambrose looks damn good in the process.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. If this match is as chaotic as possible, at this point within wrestling and sports entertainment, in a match type like this, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose. All that matters is that you take a 15-foot fall, or that you go through 2 tables, or that you jump really high. All that takes is that you just do things, and you'll look strong. So, yeah.
And seeing as how they are in the match that the pay-per-view is fucking named after, They are going to put an extra 10% into this match. So
Without a doubt.
Basically.
Wyatt wins, but they both come out of it looking great.
Yeah.
yeah.
And now we come to the main event.
This isn't the main event. The main event is Ambrose versus Wyatt.
This is true. Okay, the other main event then.
WWE, every match is a main event.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
WrestleMania 28, I think it was, had 4 main events.
They
Punk's
do
like,
this on
"Fuck you, I'm
purpose.
the main-" Punk's like, fuck you, I wasn't the main event. You lied to me.
The
No.
last match is always the main event.
So we're more than likely going to get this. John Cena versus Seth Rollins in a tables match, with the stipulation being that if Cena loses, he will no longer be the #1 contender for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Okay, let me just stop right here. We all know that Cena is going to win this because he's going to face Lesnar and he's going to get the shit kicked out of him. So why would they screw this up and give it to Seth Rollins? Because then Seth Rollins is going to get fucking Looney Tunes pancaked by Lesnar. I'm sorry, but
Hang on. They never actually, I don't think they ever actually said who was going to be the new #1 contender after this. Because notice how it doesn't say if Cena loses, the #1 contendership goes
Yes,
to Rollins.
Nikki is right, and as a matter of fact, I wanted to say this after you were done, Zach, because people haven't been paying attention. People keep saying, well, Seth Rollins can't be the #1 contender, so Cena's gonna win. That's the thing. If Seth Rollins wins, it does not mean he is the #1 contender. All it means is that Cena is not, and will not.
They said that the #1 contender will be decided at a later date.
Which I believe will be called, that later date will be called the Royal Rumble.
Or the Raw after the TLC.
No, Royal Rumble, because that guarantees you a match for the championship, so...
the only other reason I'm saying Cena is that Cena sucks at tables matches. He keeps losing these. Plus, he needs a win going into Royal Rumble to make himself look good.
This is Cena we're talking about. He doesn't need to look good. His bad year, 2012, was the year where people kept saying it was a bad year, but just look at the things he did. Like, he beat Brock Lesnar, for one, at Extreme Rules, and, like, Cena does not need to win here to make himself look strong. He won at Hell in a Cell. He won at Survivor Series, getting eliminated in a way that doesn't weaken him at all. Seth Rollins wins. Seth Rollins wins, and they're doing this on purpose so that way someone else goes up against Brock Lesnar. And that someone else is, let's fucking face it, Roman Reigns. So they're getting the #1 contendership off of Cena so they can move it to Reigns. Reigns wins the Rumble, and then we get a neat match at WrestleMania where Roman Reigns beats Brock Lesnar, which ushers in a new era.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Yeah, whoever I guess wins this, Cena. No, if my prediction still stands, it'll probably be Cena wins this. He'll go on to face Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. He'll lose. Reigns wins the Rumble and then beats Lesnar at WrestleMania. So
No. I say Rollins wins, Cena loses, and they determine the next #1 contender at Royal Rumble.
You do realize, though, that means that we will go 4 pay-per-views without a championship match, including Survivor Series and the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
Lesnar should have lost the championship by now, because I know they pulled up this whole 30 days until you can't, like, if in order for you to compete with the championship or you lose it. They've done this before. Why are they forgetting this?
I think that at this point, Brock Lesnar no-showing with the title for the last 4 months has now officially passed the Bellas as the worst thing going on in the WWE right now.
It is stupid, and it's slowly degrading the WWE Championship, and that's something that shouldn't happen, but it is.
That's the thing I hate about Paul Heyman coming on and saying that Brock Lesnar is a special attraction. You can't have Christmas every day because it's something special, and if you have it every single day, it's no longer special. Same thing with Brock Lesnar. I get that. But you know what I don't get? The championship being treated the same way by reason of Lesnar having it. So this whole thing is just so dumb because now the championship doesn't matter. And, like, I understand them giving it to Roman Reigns, because personally I'm not a big fan of Roman Reigns, but a lot of people are, especially women. And,
my girlfriend fucking loves him.
And, yeah, you told us. And they can make me like him, because I don't think Roman Reigns is terrible. I just think someone else should take his role right now. Time will tell whether Reigns will be ready, but at this point, forget all that shit. Lesnar will appear sometime in the year. He'll go to UFC after WrestleMania. Seth Rollins is going to win, so that way John Cena does something else. Because let's face it, with the way John Cena has been acting, and with the way John Cena has been wrestling, and with the things John Cena has been doing, he's retiring.
Yeah.
He's retiring before something happens and he gets fucked up, and they're all of a sudden out of their main face. And they realize this, so they need to breed a new face, which is going to be Roman Reigns. Believe that.
No.
How dare you?
How dare I?
How dare you for bringing up that dumb catchphrase?
He
I
needs
don't
to
think
change
it's
the
dumb.
catchphrase.
Anyway, are we all in agreement on? We're not all in agreement, are we?
No, we are not.
You went with Cena. I went with Rollins. Nikki, who do you go with?
I'm going with Rollins. I think that they are going to take Cena's number one contendership away, because I want to believe that the WWE has finally realized that a fourth Cena versus Lesnar match is something that nobody wants to see.
You know what? I'm gonna be risky here. We have all been in agreement on this. So whatever predictions game you're playing, somebody is going to have to be the odd man out here. So I'm gonna be the odd man out with Cena.
Okay.
All right. Good.
I hope this makes me win a predictions game for once. I haven't won one since fucking, oh god, what was it, like not Battleground,
Extreme Rules?
no, not Extreme Rules. It was Battleground. I haven't won one since Battleground. So you know what? Fuck it. I'm going with Cena.
Alrighty then. So, is that literally the odd man out for us? Are we all in agreement with the exception of John Cena versus Seth Rollins?
Yep.
Fucking
like
hilarious. I think us talking to each other almost every day about this shit has just morphed our minds into agreement over everything.
We're syncing up our wrestling menstrual cycles.
Minstrels? What?
I think you may have just pissed off a lot of people.
Oh, you know what I mean. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Just like that, we lost like 15 subscribers. I hope you're fucking happy.
Tumblr, leave us alone, please.
Ooh, we're edgy.
Oh, we're edgy. We're like ECW,
No, we're like Edge.
the execution.
Oh my god, is that why they called him Edge?
No,
Am I just now getting this?
I have no idea why they called him Edge. Anyway, I think we're done here.
We're done. We're done.
I think we can find a place to end it somewhere in there.
Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Oh, also, should we let them know?
I
We
think
should let them know.
Yeah, if you've made it this far, guess what? You're probably not going to see a lot of Haymakers on my channels from now on, because we're all moving that to an official channel. We're going to put the link in the description as soon as we get it up, and that's where you'll see all future Haymakers episodes with me, Nikki, Calcos. We might pull in some other people, who knows. Go ahead and subscribe to it, because we've already got a few episodes lined up for that.
Alrighty.
Like, comment, subscribe.